Fine, we'll press on. We can give him a steak. I need to raise our animal. Ice, the littlest guy ever. He'll find something to do with it. Actually, we haven't done the errands in a minute. What does that one look like? Delivering supplies. So organization and perception. I see. Nothing new in the despot. Off into the void I go. Why do we still have such a food shortfall? That's concerning. So I think we have a couple paths. Like right now, our thing we're going to be getting animals is through upping our combat or defensive training. Which is frustrating because I don't want our character to be like a combat person. We don't have any other way of raising animal stat. The only thing I could think of is either sneaking out and getting animal events, or hoping if I advance to the second biology perk, it would work. Biology, organizing. Let's... step cautiously through the colony gates. Chief Surveyor Utopia stops you with a hand on her forehead. Whoa there, scamp. It'd kill me if I let you out of the colony. Alright, kiddo. You'll have to wait till you're old enough. I know it's hard. Yes, but what if I... slip on out? What are you gonna do then, Utopia? Okay, so the events refresh per year. The items, I think, refresh per season? Okay. Noted, noted. I need animals. Can't do anything with that. Some farmland has spilled outside the walls. The fields don't look like they're doing very well. Nobody's around right now. In fact, it looks a bit abandoned. Nothing's growing here anymore. There isn't even enough for animals to graze on. Let's try to plant something. You're just a kid playing at being a farmer. Ah, we've already read that event. I wonder if I have a food item consumable, if it will let me actually plant it. I need to maybe keep one in hand for the next time I get to that. Ooh, all sorts of interesting paths. At the top of a rise off to the east, you think you spot someone watching you. They're dressed in black. Is that Dice? They look way too tall to be Dice. Maybe another surveyor. You blink. The figure is gone. It must have been my imagination. I swear, it's gonna be one of the fucking monsters or something. Alright, we're at 90 out of 100, so we're gonna have to go back home. You've been having weird dreams, as usual. They seem to get worse around Glow. You wake from a dream that has tears drying on your face, though you can't remember why. Just that you were terrified. Whatever it was, it felt real enough for a moment that you lie in bed with your eyes closed. Try to calm your breathing. You blearily rub your eyes and... Surprise! Oh! It's your birthday! Your dad leaps onto your bed and gives you a big cuddle. Happy birthday, little tomato head. 12 years old now. Wow. Can you believe it? I believe it. No, your mom answers for you, laughing as she hands you your presents. It was just yesterday. Antecedent was showing me how to change your diaper. Since it's your birthday, your parents have brought in food from the canteen, so you can all eat together on your bed. As you stuff your face with savory tofu chunks, you open your presents. Which one is your favorite? Ooh. Toy Xenofauna? Aww. Orange. What is orange? I don't have anything else that's orange. I'm concerned with picking the flowers because of our dad's allergies with hay fever. Right. Collectible. I was like, I know it's familiar. That's right. All the steaks have been orange. We could actually give that flower to someone. Plus one to strength cards. I want the stuffed Xenofauna. It calls to me. The critter. Look at him. Look at him. I taught the nanoprinter the pattern based off pictures from expeditions, your dad says, watching you play with it. They call it a Spectroraptor, he continues. See, it looks like it's wearing glasses on top of its 5 eyes. They said that's because its lenses are outside of its eyeballs. Isn't that wild? Nothing like that on Earth. Interesting. As your dad clears away the wrapping paper and the dishes from breakfast, your mom folds her hands on the table and gives you a serious look. Uh-oh. So, she says, you've been here for 2 years now. Now, your dad and I have always said you're in charge of your schedule, but we've been keeping an eye on you. A loving eye, your dad interjects, stuffing wrapping paper into the recycler pickup bin. A trusting, gentle eye. Antecedent says you've been a great help around the quarters, your mom continues. That's good. She might not have the most glamorous job, but she's one of the most important people in the colony. She pats her head. It's important to respect the people who raised you. Not just us, you know. Your dad joins you again. So, time to start thinking about how you're going to contribute to the colony when you're older. At the look on your face, he laughs. Don't worry. We're not going to make you get a job right now. We're just asking. Where do you want to be when you grow up? What if the present from your best friend is Tammy? Vox, don't fucking say that. Don't you fucking say that. Governor of Vertuna. A famous idol. Captain of the sports ball team. A dad with like 10 kids. Oh, no. No. I'm going to go with farmer. I'm going to go with a farmer like you two. Your mom looks touched, but says, we're actually called agriculturalists, Solana. Your dad hums. I prefer cultivator myself. Your mom thwaps him with the back of her hand, and he laughs. Well, technically, we're a combination of agronomist and pastoralist, I suppose. Well, your mom starts to get up. I'm sure your friends all want to wish you a happy birthday. She stops and snaps her fingers. Oh, and you might not have considered a career as a debit clerk, but Al and Bernie mentioned their daughter Mars is working there, and she needs some help. Now that people can freely order luxuries, it's pretty busy there. Sure beats shoveling dirt, your dad says. If you don't take that job, you tell Mars I'll be right there. Your mom rolls her eyes and smiles. No, we're definitely going with the earthen route. We are plant people. Thank you very much. It's not sticky enough. Well, an enemy, I keep giving you sticks. All right, how is it not sticky enough? You slip through the colony gates, feeling the breeze from the mushroom forest ruffle your hair. You look around for Dice. He's nowhere to be seen. Maybe he went to class today? Probably not. Ooh. Dice's secret. As you're about to return to the colony, you hear what sounds like crying coming from one of the expedition vehicles. You pull back the tarp that keeps it from being blanketed with fungal spores and find Dice curled up in the cabin. He wipes away his eyes and turns away. Go away, he mutters. Are you okay? I'm fine, Dice sniffles. Just leave me alone. Aw, come on. Why do you always want a check that's lower? Like, I'm not persuasive. I have no charisma. Charisma's my dump stat, all right? I am not persuasive. I am not an engineer. I am terribly unorganized. You want to talk about it? Why don't you go ask my sister? He mumbles. Tang is so mature. She knows everything. I'm just a sensitive little crybaby who doesn't know anything. Dice wraps his arms around his legs and hides his face in his knees. I hate her, he mutters. Everyone thinks she's so smart. Just a big meanie. I hate everyone here. I hate being here. I just want to get left alone. Oh, poor Dice. Why is my persuasion so shit? All right, we can relax and remove stress, or we can remove stress and improve our relationship with Dice. I'm going for that option. You run into Cal and an enemy on the hill behind the garrison at a small construction site. They seem to be throwing logs. There are a bunch of them lying at the bottom of the hill. It's a caber toss, an enemy shouts to you, then grunts with the effort of lifting a 6-meter long mush tree pole. She throws it like a javelin down the hill and sprints after it. My best record, she shouts, and ties a piece of caution tape to the end of the pole. Your turn next, Cal says, pointing to a neatly stacked pile of construction poles beside you. From the looks of the nearby construction, they're probably destined to be a new lookout tower someday. Maybe we shouldn't. No! Of course that gave me loyalty. Son of a bugger. You look nervously at the stack of poles. Someone might get mad if you mess them up. What if he gets hurt? You don't want to get in trouble. You don't want to interrupt their game either. You mumble some excuses and leave them to their fun. This is a not good decision. This is a terrible decision. I hate making this decision. I'm very frustrated. God damn it. So if we get rid of that, it actively makes our gem card worse because we only have 3 cards with gems on them. There's also a buff card. It's always going to, a lot of the times, give us +1. It has an really good combo with Tammy's Care to give an instant 2 pair of 2s. What's really been running me ragged, though, is that I have gotten a lot more non-social cards. And the fact that it's limited to only buffing social is really buggering me. And I've got to take the opportunity to forget when I can, because otherwise I feel like our deck is going to get just way too massive and unwieldy if I don't remove cards. And I hate burning a cycle resting, because I gotta get them stats. Gotta make those numbers go up, baby. Okay, so actually, biology biology, we can get more, and we can get more money if we do the xenobotany research. And that pluses us with Cal. We haven't been hanging out with Cal as much, so let's do that. Your dad introduces you to the little lab where they have set up in one of the greenhouses. It's incredible, he says, gesturing all around him. We're practically surrounded by alien flora. We know practically nothing about it. What's edible? What's medicine? What can we make fibers with, or build with, or use in ways we haven't thought of yet? He beams at you. You and me, we're gonna find out, my little potato. Your dad directs you to a research bench, and here's where you'll be working. The bench is buried under samples and beakers and weird-looking alien sprouts. More than just a simple table, the analysis bench is covered with buttons and little holes you can put things into. Stick something in a hole. Do not do this. Don't just stick random appendages into holes. You don't know. You know, maybe that hole said no. All right, did you ask the bench if it was okay to stick something in its hole? Gotta have enthusiastic consent, all right? Carefully find the on switch. You gotta turn the bench on before you start sticking things in its holes, okay? You know, you gotta make sure it's nice and primed. You gotta make sure everything's nice and lubricated, make sure everything's working right. Nobody likes jamming things in rusty, dry holes, okay? It's painful. It's no good for everyone. You might hurt things. It's just don't do it. There is no on switch. Yep, you looked everywhere. I'm not gonna touch anything. Go ahead and mess around, your dad encourages you. You won't break anything. All right, we're gonna press random buttons. You mash all the table's buttons until, yo, 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 kiddo. It's congruence. The friendly ship's computer beams at you from her own hollow screen set into the bench. Of course she's here. She's the guardian of all knowledge in the colony after all. You wonder where she got yo, yo, yo from. Your dad laughs. Don't tell anyone, but congruence is the real brains of the operation, he confesses, though it's not like it's a secret. To make sure you don't do anything super dangerous, which means you and I get to focus on experimentation. You follow the rules and stick to what you already know, you won't learn anything new. So don't be afraid to try stuff. Ah! No fucking. Y'all are killing me. Y'all are fucking killing me tonight. Chimera, thanks for making me think by hitting me with books. Code? What have you been doing? Ah! Well, Chimera, I'm just gonna eat all your snacks in the void. Code. Nyaraid. Absolutely adorable. Holy fucking shit. Thanks for raiding on in. I hope you had a fantastic evening. You usually stream for pretty long and pretty late into the night, so I know you need to sit back and relax. Stand up, wiggle it out, leave a piss, take a water, do it all at once. Do it at random time. You know what? Don't do it all at once. You'll make a giant mess. I'm not gonna clean it up. You're gonna have to clean it up. You know, just don't mind the little scan. All right, Code, you need to take a rest. You need to, help!
Hold on, give me a second.
All right, I've been scanned.
Oh, my frogs!
All right, we're in the biology lab about to do science, and someone just released all the damn frogs. So before I can do any experiments, I'm gonna have to go get all the frogs again. While I get all my frogs, I'm gonna need all of you to go over and gander Code over there. If you are arriving from Code's place and you are too amazed by all the fantastic retro games and monster hunting that Code has been doing this past while, understandable. Code is pretty great people and their setup is really fantastic. I fucking love Code's scene transitions. They are utterly smooth. Absolute hashtag goals on improving my own setup, not gonna lie. But I'm gonna press a button, and now you can press a button, and you can go check out Code whenever they go live again, because Code is also a pretty great late night streamer if you prefer late night vibes. If you don't know me, I'm Dreki Ormer, the Draconic Serpent, the Flightless Dragon, or simply Worm on the Internet. Question, if we are with the raid, should we still gander Code? You should always gander code. You can open up a second tab. You can look over and see that is code. Check. Mark it off on the checklist. It is always good to make sure you can perceive code. Sort of like a Schrodinger's cat situation. Glad you finally registered. Al, thank you for stopping on by. I really appreciate it. Today's been a really fantastic day all around. Just I don't know. Everything's just been great, and that's nice. You know, it's been a rough month on, you know, outside stream stuff, which has kind of been frustrating. Not like bad, but it's been a series of like frustrations, and it just feels like everything is coming together today. So it just feels nice, and I'm not gonna look a gift day in the mouth. You know, I'm not gonna look for like another shoe to drop or anything. Which is fine because I'm a snake and I only have one boot. I don't need any other shoes. I don't need pairs of shoes. Just give away the other one. But welcome to the Ziggurat, Hyverus, and Callista Dragonsoul. I hope y'all enjoy your time here. Let me say hello to everyone I've missed while I've been doing spiels and shenanigans. Wang Fao, welcome. Nya on by. Paper Crane. Ooh, that is what is that? What is that? Codes emote. Oh, that is a long cat. Genderic, welcome on by. Welcome on by. Sigurin, welcome on by. Not gonna lie, I didn't expect to see some kind of Quetzalcoatl VTuber tonight. Well, it's a bit of a convergent evolution sort of situation. You know, I'm not actually related to old Quetz themselves. I can't fly. I'm more of a terrestrial worm, so I'm more related to Jormungandr, but you know, because we're in the jungle, it's, you know, pretty vibrant plumage. You know the whole spiel. That is the button to get me to spin. I can kind of zoom out a bit and you can see the whole package. Yes, this is me. And I actually have, you know, so the Ziggurat, you know, we folded into a pocket dimension. So we were hiding out in the jungle. You know, we don't want any weird, suspicious people to find us while we're out here. But unfortunately, I'm not an expert dragon mage when it comes to spatial shenanigans. So there is a tear into the void that I can't close. So we just kind of ignore it and try not to fall into it. We had an OSHA walkway and I lost it. Sorry, I'll get that fixed eventually. I also still kind of poke around through a few dimensions now and then, but going through various realities, sometimes things get weird, and I kind of fell through the string dimension one time, and it kind of stuck around. So I'm kind of a worm on a string when this happens. I still have my hat from when I was driving a train, so you know, sometimes I just kind of am like this, which is okay because then I can I think I can sit down. I can sit down. Chat. All right. And then it's also bugged out, and I can press this, and it just kind of wiggles around. Whee! I love that bug. Yes. Just for 50 scales, you can yeet Dreki into the void. No, Chimera, because you can also fall into the void, you know, so you got to be careful, okay? All right? But yes, right. It's late night, so my trains of thought tend to arrive at the station and then explode into a million different directions. Right, game I'm playing. We're playing it's a bit of a visual novel. It's a bit of a very narrative-driven game. Very fascinating. I love a lot of aspects of the setting, of the game design. Really loving it. I will say there is a pinned message as far as content warnings. If there are certain topics that are sensitive to you, I highly recommend giving it a check. If there's anything you need to see more specificity on, I believe the various blocks on that page will expand to give you specifics. And if anything is an issue for you, if it might suddenly come up, no problem if you need to prefer to leave. I'm playing this completely blind, so please no spoilers or anything like that. I prefer to get my emotional gut punches as they come, as they keep coming, because this game makes you care about the characters so quick, so fast, and then you cry your eyes out when something happens to them, and you're reduced to a sobber's mess, and then you gotta keep going on because you are a 10-year-old on this colony on a new alien planet, and you are just trying to grow up and live your life. I'm crashing fast, so I'll get the rest, but you have a great stream, Dreki. I'm so glad I got it right. So everyone, I'm glad you considered me to raid on in. I will take care of all your amazing beans. They will get delicious fruits from the jungle. And yes, I hope everybody has a fantastic, wonderful time. And if anyone has to crash and burn, completely understandable. We all have to eat eventually. I will not take offense to it. You take care of you. Make sure you stay comfortable. Because it's not fun for me unless you're also having fun. And we all have fun together. And it's not fun as 2 + 2 = 4. It's fun like 2 × 2 = 4. Okay, I chose literally the worst number to do this metaphor with. All right, I literally just needed to do a 3. 3 + 3 is 6. It's supposed to be 3 × 3. Damn it, Dreki! Look, our character has a lot of stats in biology and toughness, all right? Their engineering and organizing is their dump stat, okay? Anyway, back to normal model. Let me just... I have been rendered into ectoplasm. I am a spoopy ghost serpent. Don't worry about that. I'm simply out of phase with reality. I will find my way back eventually, but until that happens, we are doing a bit of xenobiology with our father. You follow the rules and stick to what you already know, you won't learn anything new. So don't be afraid to try stuff. And while we're growing up, we every event that we click has a bit of a little mini game, where we draw a bunch of stuff from our memories. Like each of these is something in our past. So whenever we were a baby, and then we knew some facts about an alien critter. So we got this card. We got some cotton candy, and that was an important memory, which makes sense at the time. And I'm not going to start crying, even though we drew the Tammy Cares card. I am not going to start crying. You're crying. Anyway. 5 kudos. Oh, we get bonus kudos if we exactly equal the goal. Slag that. I want to get more than the goal. I want to get the super bonus. So I can get a 5. I can get a 4. 2, 3, 4. And then we can get a 2-2 combo. All right, so I can actually get the on the dot one. Noted. But I can also do this, which is not a super win. So I'm actually going to do the 0 so we get the exact goal win. We could have gotten 26. Are you kidding me? Damn. I must have missed it. Blood and ashes. But hey, our biology is getting pretty nice. All right, time for some early pollen. I'm not seeing any items on the ground. We don't have a lot of stress. Oh, hey Solana, Mars says, breezing past you. I'm sorry, I can't talk now. I'm on my way to work in command. She stops when you don't sound amazed enough. You know, supply depot? You clarified? It's the most important job in the whole colony. anything that gets made goes through me first. Mars's smug smile gets somehow even more smug. Plus, I get the first pick of all the best stuff. Needs rebellion less than 20. Needs friendship. Nah. Wow, Mars, that's amazing. You lay it on really thick. How Mars is just so cool. How everything she does is totally great. Now she's obviously the most important person in the colony. You can start a Mars fan club in her honor. She just laughs. Nice try, Solana, but thanks for the compliments. And she just leaves. Not even offering to help get you a job. Sucking up to Mars didn't work. What's next? Having to actually ask for what you want? Ugh. You could ask again later. No, we don't want to work at the depot. We are a biologist trying to get animal stats and ooh. Keep between rounds. Ooh, interesting. Let's do this. Want to hear a fun nature fact? You tell them about the time Tang brought a skunk bug for show and tell in biology. And it got scared and made the worst, most smelliest, grossest stink you had ever smelled. And then everyone thought Tang had farted. Then Professor Howell had to clear out the whole room. It took weeks to get the smell out of the bean bags. It was so gross, but also kind of neat. Such a tiny bug can make a whole room full of kids run away. Time for Eep. Okay, Chimera. Go into the void for your snacks. Get you some restful, rejuvenating Eep, and I will hydrate and stretch. Cal laughs. I remember that, Solana. Except the way I heard it wasn't Tang, but it was you. I did not fart in class. Ooh, crystal. Glittering crystal cluster. We need animals 20 or greater. Well, give me a damn thing that lets me interact with animals. Alright, maybe we just need to get our biology high enough. The colony uses some recycled spaceship parts to build new structures, but most of the new construction is made of mushwood, a fungal lumber harvested from the mushrooms that tower over the forest in wet season. It's strong, tall, and versatile, like bamboo was back on Earth. The downside of harvesting fungus in wet is that the logs need to be dried out for almost 2 months before they can be used in construction. Maybe if you study the mushwood, you can figure out a way to shorten the drying time. You need to get your hand on some mushwood to study. 3 pieces should do. Ah, we basically wasted a cycle. I miffed. Miffed, I tell you. Ooh. Can do a combo. 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. That gets us 22. But what if we go for this? That's 17. I see. That's 21. Huh. I see. Seems like that was our most optimal combo. 5, 4, 3, 2, 0. Trying to think of a way. Nah, the math doesn't work out. Gonna be our best bet, I think. All right. Could have gotten 2 more points. Damn, I just didn't see it. Right. If I can't get the super win, I need to try and match it exactly for the bonus kudos. Right. Your dad comes back from work one day, looking seriously under the weather. He's pale, with deep circles under his eyes, and he keeps sneezing. It's fine, he insists. Just all this pollen in the air. It's gunking up the old air tubes. Remember hay fever, Falulu? Always got it back on Earth, too. Your mom frowns and crosses her arms. We did, she agrees. Why isn't it bothering me? You're a lot tougher than me, sweet pea, your dad says. Your mom rolls her eyes. I'm sure I have to get used to it, like you did, he continues. Maybe I'll go for a stroll outside the gates later. Really get a good lungful of this stuff. I'll feel bad for a few weeks, but after that, I'll be fine. Your mom raises both eyebrows. Let's have the gates. You. Your dad shrugs. He falls into a fit of sneezing and can't answer. Your mom directs him to lie down on their bed. You need rest, not machismo, she scolds him. I don't have my... Your dad sneezes. Macho bone in my body. Fofo. Foo-foo. I have to fertilize the corn and the pixie beans this week. Uh-huh, your mom grunts. Dad pulls a handkerchief from his pocket, sneezes into it a few times. Big yelling honk sneezes that echo through the whole quarters. Pulls it away from his face. You can tell that something's wrong. Huh, your dad says weakly, holding the handkerchief away from his face. It's bright fuchsia pink and glittering in the light. That's weird. And his eyes roll back in his head. His knees buckle, and your mom yells for you to call instance. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, the hits keep coming, and the hits keep coming, and the hits keep coming. All right. Shake it off. Get ourselves together. Chief Engineer Instance takes her dad's vitals and gives him a cursory look over. She seems satisfied with what she sees, without having to do a thorough examination. Spoilers have started calling this the shimmer, she says, shining a light down your dad's throat. He's looking a little better, but not much. It's an airborne environmental toxin, likely in the pollen fog. It'll be okay. Doesn't seem to cause long-term damage to the body, Instance explains. She gestures in the air, making notes on her hollow eye that only she can see. I've been tracking its effects for 3 seasons now. Toxin is flushed out of the body after 3 to 5 days. It's not contagious. She looks down at your father. That means for you, Geranium, since you're particularly susceptible to the toxin, you should be taking better pains to avoid exposure. You must go outside during pollen, use a respirator. Your dad smiles weakly. You got it, boss, he says. Your mom smiles and puts her hand over his. As your literal boss, I'm ordering you not to come to work for the rest of the week, he says. You're on strict bed rest. He leans in to touch her forehead to his. To stay like that, smiling with relief. Even after 1 day of bed rest, Dad is not looking a lot better. He's clearly anxious to get back out into the fields. You're gonna love this new crop, Solana. It's called a pixie bean. They glow in the dark. He's already pulling on his boots. The fields look so beautiful at night. I'm happy that we finally found something that would actually grow here. That isn't soy, and more soy. I'm happy too. Alright, we need 3 mushwood before we can do anything in the xenobiology, so that's annoying. Ooh, Tang's got something to say. The hollow palm pulses with a message from Tang. Hello, Solana. Not occupied, could I ask you for assistance in the lab? Thank you in advance. Tangent. Typical Tang, but her asking for help is something so rare that you can't help but head over right away. You find her hunched over a spectrometer, making notes on a hollow screen. Oh, you're here, she says, blinking rapidly. She looks like she's been awake for days, wrinkled, a little shiny, with the wild-eyed look of someone who needs a cup of blep tea. How can I help? I'm researching the shimmer, respiratory illness that some people report during pollen, she says. I'm loath to admit it, but I need your assistance. She takes 4 vials with swabs inside and puts them into your hands. I need recent saliva samples from both you and your father, she says. There must be a reason why he's so susceptible to shimmer and you're not. You share half your genetic code with him. There must be some marker we can compare between the 2 samples. Then, she continues, pulling another vial from a rack of test tubes, administer this to yourselves. Wait 3 days, take the samples again. Test should be able to determine if anything in your body chemistry has changed. Tang looks at you very seriously, cutting through her bleary expression. There's something going on here, she whispers. Something really, really big. I begin to realize this is about more than just curing a disease. She squeezes your hand so hard it almost hurts. Unlocking secrets of the shimmer, what effects and why, could lead to a greater understanding of all life on Vertumna. Knowledge. Knowledge is more than power, Solana. It's control. Are you okay? You seem unhinged. Tang blinks again. I'm perfectly fine, she says dismissively. This is the phase of complete concentration and focus. I'm in the zone, Solana. All right, Tang, I believe you. Let's do this. Thank you, Tang says. I've been researching so hard. My eyes are going to fall out of my head. And for what? Well, the end of a debilitating disease is a pretty good reason, but Tang just shakes her head at herself before you can answer. We're at a disadvantage here, she mutters. Fighting blind. You need to understand this planet. We're going to get it under control. Yikes. All right, Dad, I need you to swab your mouth and then take this medicine and do it again. They're not letting me do it. Tangent is storming around the quad in front of engineering, checking notes on her hollow palm, gesturing and grunting in frustration. Ugh, this is the worst. What's the matter? I can't possibly, she says, her voice cracking. She seems too upset to even explain it. Professor Howell, tries again. How? He's helping me with this physics chapter. Now he's... She throws her hands in the air. Virtual hollow palm screens flying everywhere. I can't understand this without him. This is impossible, she chokes out. Why did he have to die? Give Tang a hug. She stiffens, unless you hold her. You can feel her shaking. Think she might be crying, but when she finally pulls away, her eyes are dry. Thank you, Solana, she says. I know you're having a hard time with this as well. Nothing is easy on Vertumna, even when the adults can't protect themselves. Obvious, we're on our own out here. Well, good luck. Tang nods, going back to her notes. Thank you, he mumbles. All right. Can we go on expeditions yet? No. Yep, time to sneak it out because I need to get me some more animals. All right. This time, I'm not going... Ooh. A bunch of medicinal roots. Nice. We do need logs, so I need to keep an eye out if we can find more. We need mush logs. We need 3 mush logs, actually. Which probably won't start dropping until wet season, now that I think about it. Damn. The muck hides interesting bugs and other treasure for those willing to put their hands down on the right holes. Are you? No. We're not going to put our hand in that hole. We'll take the +1 perception and bounce. What's down here? You let your mind wander as you're walking. Mumble straight into a field of gelatinous blob grass. Totally transparent, the sticky fronds are hard to see, but even harder to ignore. Especially once they start glomming onto your boots and slowing you down. It's like trudging through thick mud. You stubbornly decide to keep going, paying close attention to visible signs of blobgrass field. There aren't many, Just in an absence of other vegetation. All right, an easy perception check. Let's do this. Well, we can get this out of the way early. I'll just get an easy 10. Ooh. +1 to red cards. I see. We can go 0, 1, 2, 3. All right, that gets us. I don't know. I feel like I can get the beautiful vista. Well. No, I should use this one here because that'll still get us 16, and it'll let us save it for a next round where we can do. No. Oh, we are going to crush this. Oh, yes. Now that's what I call a score. 40 out of 40. Too bad there's not like an ultra goal for just absolutely demolishing the skill check. There it is. We can hop along from that rock to that fallen log, climb over those old pieces of surveying equipment. You get through the villainous blob grass. Spend a bunch of time on it though, and take some tricky balancing. It is tiring. I see. All right. Where? All right, we avoided the manticores last time, but maybe? There, in the clearing. The most majestic creature you've ever seen. Like a unicorn from your dad's storybooks, but with leathery reptile skin that shines when the light hits it. It moves so softly, like it doesn't even disturb the ground. It'd be dangerous. You want to see what it does? Ooh. We're going to be very, very quiet. All right, an easy 10 to start us off. -1 to challenges. I see. So we can do 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'll be 21. Next round. Let's see. We can go 6, 5. +1 for each gem. So then that'll give us 3, 4. And then bam. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. Killing it. Just getting them perceptions. Ooh, finally, more animals. And we need more animals. As you settle in to watch it from behind a strand of mush trees, the Unisaur looks up towards you, startled by your movement. Try to hold perfectly still and quiet. You're breathing. After a tense moment, it goes back to its business. First, it sniffs out a good tree and rubs the scent glands on its neck against it thoroughly. Then it pees, like a crystal waterfall on a rock. Everything it does seems magical. You quietly take a picture with your hollow palm, but you know you can't share it. You'd get caught for sneaking out. Ah yes, sneaking out of the colony to watch the majestic local fauna piss on rocks. Beautiful. Majestic. Phantasmagorical. Next, it sharpens its horn against a rock, which is scored with marks from having done this before. This must be its favorite sharpening rock. You notice the bulge in its stomach. Must have had a huge meal recently. Eventually, it curls up for a nap. Quietly sneak away. That was so wonderful. Fortuna is a magical place. Damn, minus 30 stress? Man, give me the ability to keep on going, why don't you? What are our animal stats looking like? Did you also drink the rainbow water? I did not, no. No, 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 no. The geoponics engineers has set up a worksite here, using the robo-plow to tear up the ground and prep it for farming. You don't want them to see you. They'll send you home for sure. Let's go another way. I don't want to do that check real quick, just in case I fail. It looks like an easy check, so I'm not too worried. But I want to... Unleash the gnome power! Hey, Shiro. I hope you're doing fine, fantastic, majestic this late evening. You come across a cluster of mush trees. They're not fully grown yet, but they're still pretty big. It might be good to harvest them before they get all gross and mushy during the rain season. If you're older, you could probably cut them down and get some kudos for them. Let's give them a friendly pat. You like the mush trees. You give one a pat and are surprised when it moves under your hand. It's not the tree though, but a camouflaged creature lying against the trunk. It's small and looks a little like an octopus or a starfish. Lots of long legs wrapped around the tree, like it's giving it a hug. Shiro came to look. Shiro got work in like 9 hours. Shiro needs sleep. Aw, Shiro. Get you that restful, rejuvenating eep. Thanks for stopping on by, but take care of yourself. Plants grow fast during pollen. They've choked the path here. You can't see an obvious way through. Let's push our way through. Let's... Ooh. I mean, I can do this. That is some hella points. So we can go 4, 4, 2, 2. Nice. Already got the super goal. And then we'll just do this. Bloody well, crush it. Blimey. I don't know what this keep between rounds is. Returns to hand. Oh, I can play this card and it... Oh, understand now. Interesting. You find a good stick and whack, whack, your way through the tangle of growth. Take that, nature. Don't you love it when you just start whacking all the trees off, getting them out of your way? Is this the animal one? Oh. As you come to a bend in the path, movement catches the corner of your eye. There's something up on top of a nearby mushroom-capped tree. You can't quite tell what it is, but... Is that a person? Someone is peering over the edge of the mushroom cap above you. Can't quite see their eyes, but you get an impression of long dark hair and an enormous mocking grin. I wouldn't go that way if I were you, they warn playfully. They have a deep musical accent you don't recognize. A stranger? Impossible. They're the only people around for thousands of light years. What the heck is he doing out here? Feel a chill go up your spine. Find another way. Ah, spooky! Spooky person. Spooky person. Okay, there was an animal check over here, and I think we have enough. Yes, we can figure out what's wrong with her. You take a closer look at the float cow. You heard they float using a certain ratio of liquid gas in their membranous bladders. So after some consideration, you figure out that the bladder on her back must be too full of liquid. We do not have enough aminals to milk the float cow. I feel like if I pop it, it's going to be a very negative event. So I am not going to do that. I do not want to antagonize the aminals. Let's see. There was the spooky person event, and then we can try and sneak past the surveyors. I guess let's try and sneak past the surveyors and see what happens. Sneak past them. Sneaksy, sneaksy. I do this. Alright, that's not too bad. Next round. This is not a great hand. Not gonna lie. I guess I can just do this. Sure, why not? Ooh. Man, this is crushing it. Actually, we want to do this. Put this in the middle. That way we get the double flush. 2 points short. It's whatever. You're close to actually getting a perception. Well, close is being generous. Probably need like 10 more points. You skulk under the trees at the ridge of their operation. The loud grinding of the robo-plow hides any noise you might have made. Alright. We got one mush log out of all of this. How much is our stress? Alright, we can do one more event. You stop for lunch, eating an earth treat grown from your own greenhouse. A watermelon. Nice and sweet, like a more solid potato pod. You munch away, spitting out the seeds. Let's relax. You sit back and enjoy your midday rest. The beautiful surroundings. Nice. Oh, hey. The second sun is beginning to set. You're planning your route back to the gates when you spot Dice in the distance. He waves you over. Hey, Solana, he says gloomily. He sighs. I wish we didn't have to go home. Wish we could stay out here forever. I'd miss my parents. What if... He begins. What if we didn't go home? Today, I mean. What if we stayed out and camped overnight? He gestures to the pack on his back. Brought a tent. Just in case. And a perimeter sensor. I found a spot right near the depot that looks safe. Ooh, wahoo. I feel like none of these have anything important attached to them, like getting cards. But I feel like this is an important decision tree. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, let me think. I'm concerned if I don't want to be enthusiastic about camping out. Forgot. I don't want to say anything. I feel like there's something sitting in the back of my mind. I'm kind of making notes on Dice. Making notes. Don't spoil anything. Don't spoil anything. Please don't spoil anything. And I feel like if I say no way we'd get in trouble, I'll get more loyalty, and I don't want loyalty. Okay, I guess. Dice sets up the tent while you place the perimeter posts around the edge of the clearing. If anything trips the invisible wall around your campsite, at least you'll know about it. Not even saying goodnight, Dice crawls into the tent, takes off his jacket and stuffs it behind his head, and curls up in a ball facing the wall. Falls asleep almost immediately. You crawl in beside him and pull a thermal blanket over yourself. You're exhausted from a long day of hiking in the jungle, so despite the excitement of being out in the wild at night, you quickly fall asleep as well. Both wake to a blaring alarm and bright lights filling the campsite. The perimeter alert. Something must have triggered it. Dice sits bolt upright and looks at you with wide eyes. Uh-oh. Okay, I thought the colony alert was going off, not our personal alert. I was about to freak the fuck out. I can do a 4-2-1. That's not useful. Why are we not drawing a lot of cards? I feel like we're supposed to be drawing more cards than we have been drawing. Alright, so we can get a triple combo. Add another pair to it. Alright. We are good to go. So 4, 3. Ooh, even better. 5, 4, 3. 2. 28. Look at that. Actually, hold on. That's 28. But what if I did this? 30. And we get much higher. No, we couldn't. We both carefully open the door and peek out through a crack. Nothing. Whatever it was, the lights and noise must have scared it off. The sun is almost up. You are definitely not getting back to sleep after that. So the two of you eat soy rations and quietly watch the sunrise over the jungle together. The surveyors open the gates and start prepping for the day. Pack up your gear and go home. You expect the worst, but nobody even noticed you were gone. You left the privacy curtain on your bed closed. Your parents must have come in late and left early, thinking you were asleep the whole time. You're lucky, but it also makes you feel a little sad. All right. And definitely going out camping is giving us a nice haul of perception and bravery, so that's nice.